Hello everyone, welcome back to your English language class. I hope the very last video was very much clear to all of you, and if any kinds of doubts are there, you can ask those and clarify those in the comment section below. Today we are going to continue with the topic which we have studied earlier of the synthesis, how to combine different types of sentences, right, into one simple sentence. So now we are going to learn about how we can combine a simple sentence into a compound sentence, how we can change that. Combination of simple sentences into compound sentence. How we can change a simple sentence into a compound sentence? By using coordinating conjunctions. There are different types of coordinating conjunctions, and out of those coordinating conjunctions we can choose any one according to the situation given in the sentence. How many types of coordinating conjunctions are there? Cumulative conjunctions are there, elative conjunctions are there, alternatives are there. Out of those very conjunctions we can choose any one. First of all, let's see what is the cumulative conjunctions. Cumulative conjunctions. When these conjunctions are used, when we are going to have both the statements for the one single person over there, then one statement is merged into the other one. So many cumulative conjunctions are there. For example, and, both, and, not only, but also, not less than, as well as, and many more. Out of these conjunctions we can choose any one. When we are going to have a contrast over there, then we can choose not only this but also not less than. Any one of these cumulative conjunctions can be used to change a sentence into a compound sentence. For example, see, he is a doctor he is a painter. See the sentence over here. Here only one person is being talked about. That very one person is a doctor and a painter. We can choose and also. He is a doctor and a painter. We can choose both and also. He is both doctor and painter. Any one of the solutions we can choose over here. He is a doctor and a painter. Instead of and, we can choose as well as and, all the options which are used in the cumulative conjunctions. Now next is adversative conjunctions. What are adversative conjunctions? The very conjunctions which will show contrast between two things. When one thing will be opposite of the very another thing, those are the conjunctions which are used in the adversative, or a situation in which a contrast is represented, that are called adversative conjunctions. Which are those very conjunctions? But, still, yet, however, nevertheless, and many more. Out of these very conjunctions we can use any one depending upon the situation. How we can guess that in this very situation we are going to add adversative conjunctions over there? Then your statement will be representing a contrast between each other. See the example. He is poor. He is happy. See both the situations. The very person usually who is poor is not happy because he wants to be rich. But here this very person who is poor, he is happy. It's a contrast. So any one of the words we can choose. How we can combine it? He is poor yet happy. We haven't changed the meaning of the sentence, yet we have combined it into one single sentence by situation itself. Next comes After the adversative conjunctions, it will be alternative conjunctions. What are alternative conjunctions? The very conjunctions which will provide you a choice between the two things. Whenever a situation will represent where they are indicating that a choice is between there, then we can use alternative conjunctions over there. Which are the alternative conjunctions? Or, either or, neither nor. See here, neither and nor will be used in a negative statement where a negation will be used, not will be used. Other than those, these can be used in order to represent a contrast over there. See the example. He must apologize. He will be punished. How we can write? He must apologize or he will be punished. We can also use else also over here. He must apologize else he will be punished. As a result also, he must apologize or he will be punished. Simple. Please keep it in your mind, when we are going to use any conjunction over there, the very next letter will not be the capital letter, it will be the small letter. And the last comes the elative conjunctions. What are elative conjunctions? Elative conjunctions are those very conjunctions which are having a reference to the other part of the sentence that depend upon. As a result also, we can show that, for example, if a person hasn't studied, then automatically he is going to fail. When both the things are related to each other, the very second statement depends upon the first to clear its meaning. Those are the elative conjunctions. Elative conjunctions. For example, therefore, so, as, etc. All these will be your elative conjunctions. See the example. He was found guilty he was punished. How it will be? He was found guilty therefore he was punished. We can write it in another way also. He was punished as he was found guilty. Any other way. Here we can also use thus can also be used. He was found guilty, thus he was punished. Number of different conjunctions can be used. Now the very last section comes combination of a sentence into a complex sentences. How we can change a sentence into a complex sentence? By using different clauses over there. We can use noun clause also. Different clauses we can use to combine into complex one. Complex sentences. How we can change it? We can change it by using noun clause. Now what is a clause? We all know that a clause is that part of the sentence which is having its own very subject and own very predicate, but it should be working as a noun in that very sentence, and that will be your noun clause. See the example. The sun rises in the east. This is obvious. How we can use it? That the sun rises in the east is obvious. What is the very thing which is obvious? The sun rises in the east. The next comes adjective clause. By adding an adjective clause to our sentence, we can combine it into simple sentence. How we can add that? By using the very words who, whom, whose, or which. Sometimes we can also use relative adverbs like where or why to combine a sentence. See the example. You kept it somewhere. Tell me the place. How we can choose it? By choosing any of the adjective clause or the relative adverbs according to the situation. What is the situation? You kept it somewhere, tell me the place. How we can add it? It is definitely a place, so whichever adverb is related to it, that is where. Simple. You tell me the place. Tell me the place where you kept it. Now the very last one is adverb clause. Adverb clause. How we can use an adverb clause? By using subordinating conjunctions. For example, simple adverb clause we can use if, since, because, unless, when, whose, while, though, as, until, before, and that. Out of these many subordinating conjunctions, we can choose any one for our sentence to combine it into one single sentence. See the example. The bell rang. The classes began. It is pretty much clear from the sentence itself what it is asking about, the very verb which is related to the time itself. So how it can be? The classes began when the bell rang. So that's all. Those are the very different methods which we can use to combine different kinds of sentences, whether to a compound sentence or to a complex sentence or to a simple sentence or vice versa. These are the methods which we need to study. Please do write the rules and regulations in your notebook along with the examples over there, and also try to solve the assignment. Thank you.